Hey Edge, how's it going? My cameraman is busy doing something right now, so I'm going to attempt this on my own. And I don't think that this makes sense because I'm backwards, so I think this is backwards, but I will tell you, okay? All right, so we've got 200-meter run for the warm-up. We're going over the warm-up here. For your warm-up, I want you to do, we've got a 200-meter run. If you don't have a space to run, you're going to do about 1 minute jogging in place for that. We've got glute bridges, so following along in class, we'll probably do about a minute of those. If you are on your own, about a minute of those on your own. We got perfect stretches after that. Just as a refresher on perfect stretches, if you can see, coming up, big stretch, 1 foot's down here, got that stretch opening up, and then both feet flat, trying to extend both legs, both knees straight, and then other side, bringing it up, dropping it down, twist, and then hips come high, press that out into a stretch. All right, that, and then, so about a minute of those, 3 to 5 each side if you don't want to do a minute. Then we got dive bombers. Let's add a little bit of fancy to this though. So if you're not quite feeling the dive bombers through your shoulders, so that would be like those guys. If you don't feel like that, then just do regular inchworms. But because we got a lot of dumbbell stuff coming up, I want you to add some push-ups and some shoulder taps. So whether you do the dive bomber or the inchworm, you're gonna come out, you're gonna do push-up, shoulder tap, walk it back, and then repeat, okay? So that is the warm-up. Next, we've got the WOD. Okay, so for the WOD, I'm gonna go over the options for if you have equipment and if you don't at the same time, because I think it goes well and will be less confusing. So we've got basically one long WOD for time. You're gonna do, you've got dumbbell work, and then in between each, you've got a run of some sort. So the dumbbell work is always 40 reps. Again, this is backwards, but we'll have that up for you. So it's always gonna be 40 reps, and then the run after that. We've got 40 dumbbell swings to start with. So I'll show you that in a minute. If we don't have dumbbell swings, you're gonna do ground to overhead. Okay, so the dumbbell swings, right here, you got your dumbbell, one-handed. I think most of us have at least one dumbbell to do this with. So you're gonna go here, up, over. If you can go overhead, cool. If not, just come to right here, just regular, like a kettlebell swing, but with your dumbbell. So we're gonna do 40 total, 20 each arm, okay? Alternating back and forth like we do, I don't know, maybe five or 10 reps, change arms. If you do not have a dumbbell, you're gonna do ground to over the shoulder, which I don't have here. We'll do a log. We're out in the country. Log. So ground to up overhead. Sorry, I said over the shoulder. Up overhead. So you got your object up overhead. So Bert usually uses that case of water. That's fine. You use your backpack full of stuff, whatever you got on hand for that. So ground to overhead. So you did your dumbbell stuff. Now you're gonna go out for your run. 400 meters is the first one. You come back, you got 40 more dumbbell movements. This time we got, it's a double dumbbell power clean. So if you have 2 dumbbells, that's what you're gonna use. If you don't, and if you only have one, like I have one right here with me, then you're gonna do 20 each arm again, alternating as you see fit. So we've got, let's see, let me think about this, make sure I do it right. So dumbbell power clean. Just one of the heads has to touch. So if you had the 2, this would be the one where you come down, tap, and power clean. You don't have to squat them, so that's that. If you've got just the one, like I've got here, down between your feet, power clean. Back down, power clean. So you're not just doing a row, so you shouldn't be just like muscling this up and then standing. You should be making sure that you're really trying to pop with that dumbbell, really using that extension, using your legs to get that bell up. So the pop and then to your shoulder, okay? So you got 40 of those. Like I said, or 20 each. If you do not have a dumbbell, you are doing ground to shoulder, okay? So just same thing, take your object and you're just gonna go ground to shoulder, okay? Just depends on what you got. Alrighty, next, so you did your 40. In the middle of this puppy, you've got an 800 meter run, okay? So you did 400 first time, this time you're going out for 800 meter. If you do not have space to run, then this one's gonna be the about 4-minute length of jog in place, or if you got a rower or a bike, whatever you got for that one. So 800 meters there. Then you've got 40 dumbbell push jerks. Run, come back, 40 dumbbell push jerks. So this is not a push press. So push press, dip, drive. This is a push jerk. Dip, drive, dip, stand, okay? So I'm gonna dip, I'm gonna pop it up, and after I pop it up, I'm gonna instantly pop myself under. So dip, and then stand, okay? So again, we're gonna dip, pop it up with our legs, using our legs, pop, and then we're gonna push right underneath at the same time, well, instantly, and stand. So, a lot of times in class, and breathe, a lot of times in class, people will ask, can I just do push presses? No, they're easier, especially if you got a little bit of a lighter weight. You're gonna be able to move through them a lot quicker, and it's a lot less legs. So no, do push jerks. It's gonna take you a little longer and you're gonna get more leg work out of that. Okay, so you did your 40. Excuse me. Same thing with an odd object, just a shoulder to overhead for that one. And 20 each arm if you only have one dumbbell. Then you're gonna go for your 400 meter run again, come back, and then you've got 40 dumbbell swings again at the end to top that off. Okay? One time through, all the way, 4 times. So that's that. Okay. Now you're all good and sweaty and happy, of course. We've got body armor. So the body armor is really simple. It's a Tabata style. So if you have, go over here. Come over here. Okay. So if you have a Tabata timer on your phone, do that. That'll make it really easy. Or you can just download. There's a lot of free ones. If you're doing this in class, then sure, we'll probably have you beeping along through on the timer. So again, just as a refresher, Tabata is 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off, 16 sets, so 8 rounds. That's a lot of math, and I never can remember that, so follow this. You're gonna do 20 seconds, and you're not gonna get any off time on this. You're gonna need a hold time. So we're gonna do 20 seconds, we'll start it, of max sit-ups. So timer starts, boom, 20 seconds is starting to count. You're gonna sit up like a mad person, going all the sit-ups you can do. 20-second timer beeps. Now you got a 10-second section. In that 10-second section, you're gonna do a hollow hold. And actually, my cameraman is back. So if I could get him to hold this for me, so I can demonstrate the hollow hold correctly. Okay, all right, so you did your sit-ups, 20 seconds.
Hang on. Where's the switchy button?
Or you could just videotape.
Okay, never mind.
Okay.
Because I can't see.
You got it? Okay. So hollow hold. That's the one where you're pushing your back. You're going to tilt your pelvis up. You're going to push your back into the floor. And then all limbs come up off the floor. So you're like the bottom of a rocking chair. Okay. Regression from that, because a lot of times you can't hold all limbs out without feeling a strain in the back. So regression from that, we're gonna do either, maybe you can get your legs up and maybe you just hold your hands out to the side. There you go, good, yep. So arms are out to the side. Another possibility would be coming up. Most important thing, again, is pushing that back into the ground, tucking your pelvis, and maybe you just go here, okay? So you're just not like passively sitting there. Thank you, honey. Good job. With limbs off the ground, you're pulling in that tummy tight, tucking and pulling your pelvis and pushing that back, eliminating that space between your back and the floor. Cool, so you did your 20-second sit-ups. You did your 10-second hollow hold. Then you're gonna do max glute bridges. You guys know what glute bridges are. I'm not gonna demonstrate them. That's fine. Do all your glute bridges, 20 seconds. After that 20 seconds is gone, you're gonna do a 10-second bridge hold. Okay? So just holding at the top of that bridge. So just, I guess for consistency's sake, and I think you can see. So yeah, so all your glute bridges, you're gonna come up and squeeze, 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 and then 10-second, you're just gonna come up into a good hard hold for 10 seconds there. And that's it. So that, the 20 seconds, 10, 20, 10, is obviously 1 minute. That's one round. Okay, that's the easiest way to think about that today if you're doing this on your own, not in the Zoom class. You're doing 8 rounds of that. All right, so hope that's all good and makes sense and that you guys have fun, and I will see you soon. Okay.